Hello, my name is Nicole, and this video is about understanding the Greeks when using call leaps for stock replacement. In my last video, I showed you how I use leap options for stock replacement. But here's what I didn't tell you. The Greeks are what actually determine whether your leap strategy succeeds or fails. Today I'm breaking down the four Greeks that matter most: delta, theta, gamma, and Vega. And I'll show you exactly how each one impacts your leap positions. Let's go through a quick recap on stock replacement with call leaps. A leap is a long-dated option, typically 9+ months in duration. When you buy a call leap, you're essentially obtaining stock exposure with far less capital. This is capital efficiency at its core, controlling significant positions while freeing up cash for other opportunities. The Greeks determine how well this strategy actually works in practice. We're going to hop into the tastytrade platform here and briefly review what it looks like to put on a stock replacement position using an in-the-money call leap. So we're going to open up the January 15th, 2027 expiration with 541 days left. And we are going to select the 75 delta, which is equal to the 530 strike price. And we're going to purchase one call option. And we're going to see that that's going to cost us $14,349. And just taking a look at the profit and loss diagram here, we are going to see that our losses are limited to the amount that we paid for the call option. In this case, it's going to be roughly $14,300. As the price of SPY decreases, losses are capped. And we're going to see that profits are unlimited and continue to rise as the price of SPY appreciates. Now let's talk about the Greek profile of a long call leap. Let's begin by talking about delta. Delta is an important Greek for stock replacement. It tells you how much your options price moves for every $1 move in the underlying stock. For long call options, delta is always positive, meaning you profit when the stock rises. When I buy deep in the money call leaps, I try to buy call leaps with a delta between 75 and 90 delta. If the stock moves up by $1, my option gains about 75 to 90 cents respectively. That's why it tracks so closely. So here's what many traders don't appreciate. Delta isn't constant. It changes based on stock price movement, time to expiration, as well as volatility changes. So delta is always changing. Let's hop into the thinkorswim trading platform here to illustrate what we just talked about. I have SPY populated in the trade tab, and we're going to go down to the December 18th, 2026 expiration cycle with 513 days left until expiration. And the information for the call options is in the left-hand side of the option chain here. And I'm going to highlight the delta column. So this is the list of delta values based on strike price. And we're going to assume that I'm interested in buying a deep in the money call option at the 75 delta. And that would be equal to the 575 strike price. And as we take a look at delta, we're going to notice that delta decreases as the strike price appreciates, and delta increases and gets larger as we move deeper in the money. So as you can see there, delta does change as price changes. So this is where gamma comes in. Gamma measures how much delta changes when the stock moves $1. It's the acceleration behind your delta. For long call options, gamma is always positive. This means that your delta increases when the stock price rises and decreases when the stock price falls. Leaps generally have lower gamma than shorter dated options with the same strike price, making them less sensitive to price swings. Even though leaps are long-term options and are not as sensitive to the impacts of gamma, gamma's impact remains relevant. As the expiration date of a leaps contract approaches, its gamma, particularly for at-the-money contracts, can increase significantly, similar to shorter dated options. And this is due to something called positive color, which is a second-order Greek that we will not be covering in this video. Understanding gamma is important for managing the risk of your leaps positions, especially as expiration nears or if you are considering active management strategies. Now we have to talk about theta, the big time decay factor. Theta represents how much your option's value is expected to decay each day with all other factors remaining the same. For long call options, theta is always negative. This means time is working against you. Every day that passes, your option loses value even if the stock doesn't move. Therefore, theta is something that must be managed when buying call options. So we know that time decay accelerates as the option approaches expiration. So we minimize this by 1, buying options with higher deltas. Deep in the money leaps have much lower negative theta than at the money or out of the money options. Next, we buy further dated expirations. The further out in time you can go, the less impact theta will have in the short term. And finally, we exit existing call leaps positions well before theta decay becomes problematic. My personal rule is I start planning my exit or roll when my options hit anywhere between 120 and 365 days until expiration, depending on their moneyness and the amount of extrinsic value that they have. So let's hop into the Thinkorswim trading platform again and demonstrate what we just talked about here. This time I'm going to select the July 30th, 2025 expiration cycle. That expiration is in 7 days. And let's take a look at the theta values. We can see that theta is highest near the money and decreases the deeper in the money we go. And as we move further and further in the money, you're going to see theta continues to decrease. Now let's go out a little bit further in time to October 17th, 2025, and this expiration has 86 days left, just to compare what theta looks like in that expiration. And we can see here, once again, the deeper in the money those options are, the smaller the theta. And we can see here that the overall theta value decreases the further away we get from the money. And the theta value is generally less than what it was with 7 days left until expiration. And now let's go to the December 18th, 2026 expiration cycle to see how theta compares to those shorter dated expiries. And we're going to see here that theta is much less. And it does decrease the further away you get from the money, but the decrease isn't very dramatic. So that's what theta looks like when we take a look at different options, expirations. And then finally, let's go out to the furthest dated expiration, December 17th, 2027. That's in 877 days. And you can see here that theta doesn't look all that different from the previous expiration we just looked at. The final Greek we're going to talk about is Vega. Vega measures how much your option price changes for every 1% change in implied volatility. Vega is positive for long options. When you buy a call option, Vega is always positive, meaning the option's value increases as implied volatility rises and decreases as implied volatility goes down. Vega is higher for longer dated options and those options that are closer to the money. When talking about Vega's relationship to time, we need to talk about an important caveat. When markets experience increases in implied volatility, term structures often go into backwardation, where implied volatility is higher for shorter term options compared to longer term options. This implies that the market expects high volatility in the near term with potentially lower volatility further out in time. The expectation of lower volatility over the longer term could dampen price changes for premiums of call leaps compared to what's happening in shorter dated options. So while longer dated call leaps have higher Vega values compared to shorter dated options, this doesn't always mean they are quite as sensitive to changes in broader market option volatility as one might expect. Now that we've looked at the Greeks individually, let's look at the full Greek profile for long call leaps. First is positive delta. You make money when the stock goes up, and your option loses money when the stock goes down. Next is positive gamma. Your delta increases as stock rises and gains accelerate. Conversely, your delta decreases as the stock goes down. Next is negative theta. So you lose money every day due to time decay, and that's something that we need to manage with the position. And finally, positive Vega. You make money when volatility increases, and your option will lose money when volatility decreases. This Greek profile creates a specific risk-reward dynamic. You're primarily betting that stock appreciation will overcome daily time decay. Understanding the Greeks transforms you from someone who just buys options to someone who strategically manages risk and reward. Each Greek tells part of the story, but together they determine your success. In future videos, I'll discuss how I determine what stocks and ETFs are good candidates for stock replacement, and I'll also cover the poor man's covered call strategy, which builds directly on these stock replacement principles. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, thanks for listening and be awesome.